So I thought earlier I planned to take a break, but then when he mentioned this, I thought, why not try this? So I started working with the businesses, and I'm making almost 80% of what I used to make in my job. How this happened? 2 hours a day. I work almost 500, 600 hours a year. I worked in the last year. And the rest of it came from the incentive. So my mama has a CBSE school in Seeker, in Tier 8 city. And they were doing 400 admissions every year. Admissions is basically new revenue. Then I went into the system, and all the learnings that I had in code with there, digital marketing, how to optimize B2C sales funnels and everything. And all the, new tricks of these startups. Basically, traditional businesses do not know all that. You can do this also. You can give freebies and all those kind of things. So we did 850 admissions this year, which is more than double of what they were doing, and they were growing at 10% every year. This year we grew at almost 125%, something like that.
Wow.
So the impact of this thing is 400 additional admissions is somewhere around 3.25 crores per year. And then the LTV of a student is 5 years.
5 years.
People do not, so it's an impact of 16 crores. And then maybe you can ask for a percent of that. Give me a percent, I mean, it's impact.
Yeah.
So this is the big realization that I had in the past year. And
Very glad to have you, Pallav. Finally, we've been interacting on LinkedIn for quite a while. So if you could please give a quick intro about yourself. We'd all like to know that.
Not sure what I should say in the intro, but I'm Pallav Kulhari, and I graduated in 2020 from IIT Kanpur, and I joined ITC right after college, which was not particularly a good stay. The day I got the job, I thought it's the best day of my life and everything is good, but that did not turn out that way. And so I quit my first job in just 9 months, right before 1 year mark, because after that we had 3 months notice period. So there was a year of probation, so just that resign and okay, I'm free. Then I joined a startup, which was essentially aiming to teach students how to code. It was something similar to White Hat, but not exactly the same. They have a B2B version as well. So I thought, I think this is a good problem to solve, because whoever knows coding would have a secure career in future. But slowly I realized that solving for career is also not a good problem to solve, because I see people making 40, 50 lakhs per year and they're still miserable. So I realized that the end problem is always happiness and peace, or a lack of stress, basically. So I thought, that's the biggest problem that's there in my mind right now, and I want to solve it, but I'm not sure how to solve it. I have a few insights. 2 or 3 ways how you can solve it. One of which is healthy habits. If you are working on your home, if you are meditating, if you are reading, or even healthy hobbies for that matter, you would be, more at peace in your life. Second one is like a prevention, psychologist, therapy and all that. But I'm not at all equipped with the skills to go in that direction. Third is parenting. So as you must be aware of that, most of the problems arise during the childhood, all the trauma, all the patterns, all the insecurities. Yeah. So parenting is also a good enough problem to solve. But then I'm not a parent myself. So that is something again which I cannot pursue in my career, or a problem that I can solve right now. So I decided to take a break a year ago, and I thought that I'll think about things. And it was then when I was writing on LinkedIn, I started just to write. There was no objective in the beginning, but eventually I realized that this can be a tool for financial freedom and solopreneurship and all that. So I thought, why not get regular at it? Because discipline is something that, it's a gift basically with me. Not sure how it came, but I think I'm disciplined. So I thought content creation, writing, and discipline is a good enough mixture to, try as an experiment right now. So I started with content creation, and I mostly try to write along the problem that I said. Lots and lots of people are struggling in their life right now. I mean, it's like a mental health pandemic that is there around the whole world. Um, so simply, yeah, I want to do something about it. I'm not exactly sure how to do it, but jitna I know in my journey, I've been reading, I've been meditating, I've been running, exercising. I share all that on LinkedIn.
Okay. Okay. So just to dig deeper into what all you've spoken about, what you said that ITC was not first day you felt like it was really the best day of your life and you got the job, but then you quit in 11 months. What would you share? What exactly happened? Why did you feel it was not good?
So I think, see, I think it chase excellence in whatever I do. And ITC did not provide me with a platform to, put in the hard work and then there in that sense of excellence out of it. It, you know, as in all the big corporates, there's huge inertia. You cannot right away create big impact. You cannot bring enough changes before, getting approvals from 3 or 4 levels. So all those was, and I'm not sure. I mean, the manager was also not very much interested into me. He was a very high level senior, and I just assigned to him, and the HR also did not care. I think no one should work with it. At least the division that I worked in. So not at all good, and I was not able to do, good work there.
Oh, okay, okay. So because you felt like you were not able to create a big enough impact and you were not getting the platform for it. That's what you didn't feel like you should need.
Yeah. Another big reason was when I entered, it was 2021. I was COVID wala son, COVID year. And so lots and lots of people did not quit IPC. So every year they have a projection that these many people will quit. So we should hire these many people. So lots of people did not quit because ITC provides that job security and all. So yeah, they did not have concrete work for me as well for a long period of time.
Okay.
So that again is a reason. I mean, I did seem very impactful in that album.
So basically you could have chilled out and not really,
I like, but it was difficult for me to pass that time. Yeah, I used to think कि मेरे को इतना पैसा देते हैं, these days are paying me 25 lakhs per year and I'm not doing anything.
that's right.
There was a feeling of guilt and all that. So then, and there was one more instance with my managers during the COVID. He forced me to basically go to the factory, and I did not have any specific role. Factory manager has to go. So काम है. I was just doing random projects, and he forced me to go to the factory. Next day, there were 5 or 6 live cases. The factory guy told me that please do not come to the factory, but my manager was forcing me to go to the factory.
Live cases as in?
And then live COVID cases
Oh,
in the factory, people tested positive. Then he said, take a 2-day break. I was like, भाई 2 दिन में COVID ठीक थोड़ी हो जाएगा. So all these, I mean, or lack of sense of impact, yeah, and not enough empathy from the manager. He was not even getting what I'm trying to say.
okay.
So I thought, all right. And then in parallel, I had this opportunity to work with COVID simultaneously. So I had kind of a backup plan. I I wrote it on a paper, pros and cons of ITC, pros and cons of joining code with that. And then I thought there's no good reason I should stay with ITC. So I decided to quit.
Okay. Okay. So Code Vidya was started by some of your alumni, was it?
No. Code Vidya is extended, not exactly extended, but someone in my family. So he started it in 2016 or 17.
Okay.
And initially 2-3 years, they were doing B2B book publishing kind of business, where they were essentially changing computer books in schools with books that had coding concepts in them. But then COVID happened and the schools were closed for almost a year. They had to pivot. So White Hat was doing good at that time, and that was a business model that seemed, that seemed to be scaling very fast at that time. So we had to pivot when the schools were not working, and that also allowed us to raise money because White Hat was scaling and all the investors were pouring in money. But yeah, we worked on that for a year. But as everyone knows now, it was not a sustainable model. There was lots of cash burn. So eventually, after a year, they, we had to shut off our digital marketing campaigns because we did not have money. And then the whole pivot happened back to the B2B business, which was sending books to school. That's when I realized that I would not be able to create good enough impact in that kind of model because field sales was there and tech and all that cannot be used.
Yeah.
So I transitioned out of that after 2 years.
Okay. And then you decided to.
But that was, job, career, work related things. So I mindlessly started when I started.
Okay.
Then to begin with, I had some 2,500 followers. So that's why, and LinkedIn is, high credibility platform where there's less bullshit as compared to Twitter or Instagram or any other platform. And the kind of content that I create, I think right now as well, LinkedIn is the best suited platform for that. It's transitioning into something of Instagram and Twitter, but still it's the best platform for creating content that is educational. That's what I believe. And obviously the video content has lots and lots of listens to begin with. So I never decided to record a video or, edit it and all. It has lots and lots of listens.
That you need to put in, yeah.
Okay. But then I started Instagram, but maybe what I do, I put text posts in the reel format.
Yeah.
And then, it's not a video, but it's exactly the post that I do on LinkedIn or sometimes uska chota ho jaye.
Okay. Like Alex Hormozy just putting a reel out.
Yeah. Or Danko or Alex or something like that.
Okay. So,
but Instagram is great organic. LinkedIn, you have to engage with other people.
Beautiful organic.
If you do not engage, and you have great content, you would not.
Doesn't matter. Yeah.
The engagement part is very, very necessary, and the worst part of LinkedIn. That's not required on Instagram.
Not any.
It's required on Twitter.
Any other platform. You don't need
to. Required on Twitter. It's required on Twitter.
Good.
So you have to engage, and then only initially you shoot up. Because there are lots and lots of tweets.
Yeah. There are some tweets I think they could go viral, but yeah, I guess maybe it could be related to engagement as well for a more sustained growth. But Instagram and YouTube have a very good organic reach. You can quickly make a good, if you have better quality content, you'll automatically reach the right audience.
So my Instagram account had 1,500 followers back then. And I was getting 10x in when LinkedIn पे 6,000 promote थे, 1,500 थे, I was getting 10x reach on Instagram.
Especially the COVID time, where reels was crazy. Just insane reach that you were getting. So what are the tips that you have for LinkedIn growth for people who are watching? So mainly this is about learning how you were growing and what are your tips and strategies, right?
Oh, that's how I also want to know those things. But I have another insight which might not exactly help in going, but it will help you being, to sustainably play the game. You have to be very, very real on LinkedIn. If you fake, right, you can do it for 6 months. You can do it for 1 year. You can do it for 2 years. But this is a game that you have to play for 5 to 10 years. And if you're not real, you'll get exhausted.
Yeah.
So instant quick growth, I do not have ads for that because I'm not sure what's working. The algorithm is changing almost every single day. But, you have to be real and you have to share your stories with it, the achievements or failures or everything. People resonate with it. But if you fake it, then, you'll definitely get exhausted.
Because you won't be able to keep up with the new face that you're putting up online and you're a different person. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And, see what I write on LinkedIn is something what I talk about in my real. So if the discussions that I have with people in my real life, I pick content ideas from that and then I convert it into a LinkedIn post. So if you do not write what you live, then you'll also run out of content ideas. But if you live what you write, there is a resonance between the two. Never run out of ideas, because every day you are talking to people, every day you are interacting with people. There is infinite content in your head. You just have to capture that.
Correct. Correct. People think that,
If you write something that you don't believe in, then you would have to look for, inspiration and all.
research and find something else and even write something.
Correct.
You can't take it out of your life. Yeah, completely agreed. Okay.
So I actually don't run out of ideas. I have so many ideas listed on my WhatsApp group.
Yeah, you told the post about it as well, like WhatsApp. Great. So, what do you wish to get out of LinkedIn? Why are you writing here? And I think you're almost reaching 10K, right? I wanted to make this episode a 10K special. So let's keep it as a 10K special episode.
I think I want financial automation from Rumbo. That's the selfish goal that I have. But those finances, I want them to come out of, adding value to someone else, to be a byproduct of that. So, but if the selfish goal, if we talk about that, I think I want to get financial automation, and I guess which is possible. I'm writing an ebook, right, through digital products, and not exactly services, because in services you have to be present to create the value. The whole aim is to create digital products and then, get the financial automation, so that I don't have at all to worry about finances or have to ever work a 9 to 5 hour.
So basically, what Justin Welch or Niharika, those kind of people, what they do.
Or Niharika or Denko or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. So when is the book coming out? What is the name of the book?
Name of the book is How to Redesign Your Career. And earlier I thought I would finish it in 3 to 4 months, but it is taking more than that. I guess it would take another 3 to 4 months. Essentially because while writing, I realized that I need to produce a very solid product. I mean, I have to give my best. Yeah. Even if it takes a year, how does it matter at all? It does not matter, because then it would be an asset for me for the rest of my life. Yeah. So, I wrote the first draft. Now I'm re-editing almost everything. Everything is being changed completely.
Nice.
So I guess it would be out by February or March. I'm not exactly sure.
Nice. Excited. Congrats in advance for the success of the book. So, what do you intend to achieve by writing for others who are reading this book? What do you want them to achieve?
So, the career journey that we were discussing after Code Vidya, was an interesting thing that happened with me. So, my mama or uncle, he has 2 or 3 parallel businesses. So he mentioned that, these are the businesses, and if you have the new and young mind, maybe give us 2 hours a day at least, and the rest you can work on your LinkedIn or your healthy habits or whatever you choose to do. Yeah. And that way you would also have your finances streamlined. You will not have to take money out of your savings. So I thought, earlier I planned to take a break, but then when he mentioned this, I thought, why not try this? So I started working with the businesses, and I'm making almost 80% of what I used to make in my job. How this happened? 2 hours a day, I work almost 500, 600 hours a year. I worked in the last year. And the rest of it came from the incentive. So my mama has a CBSE school in Seeker, in Tier 8 city. Yeah. And they were doing 400 admissions every year. Yeah. Admissions is basically new revenue. Yeah. Then I went into the system, and all the learnings that I had in Code Vidya, digital marketing, how to optimize B2C sales funnels and everything, and all the, new tricks of these startups. Basically, traditional businesses do not know all that. Yeah. You can do this also. You can give freebies and all those kind of things. So we did 850 admissions this year, which is more than double of what they were doing, and they were growing at 10% every year. This year we grew at almost 125%, something like that.
Wow.
So the impact of this thing impact of this thing is 400 additional admissions is somewhere around 3.25 crores per year. And then the LTV of a student is 5 years.
5 years.
People do not, so it's an impact of 16 crores. And then maybe you can ask for a percent of that. Give me a percent, I mean, it's impact.
Yeah.
So this is the big realization that I had in the past year, and that's what I'll be writing in the book. That look, there's always a supply and demand of skills that's there in the market, right? For example, digital marketing. There is huge demand. The whole audience has shifted to digital devices on Facebook, on Google, on YouTube, on Instagram, all those. But the businesses have not transitioned to digital marketing, essentially in tier 3 and tier 2 cities. And then there is even lower supply of people who know how to digitally market. That too, in a better fashion, not just ki
Do it well.
That's what agencies do. Yeah, do it well. Create good solutions, basically. So, then there will always be, because educational systems are outdated, they can never teach you what the world needs right now. Right? For example, the mainstream education does not have digital marketing, right? And if there are some colleges, parents do not advocate going to those colleges. They want their children to be right. Yeah. The only option left is self-taught. You have to learn yourself. And then the motivation is lacking. People don't know what are the skills that, are in demand. So there always will be a lag between supply and demand of the skills that are needed right now by me. For example, AI.
Yeah.
If you know how to use all the AI tools, if you know prompt engineering, or let's say blockchain, if you know blockchain, which is not taught in the mainstream education, in the, in some of the colleges, it might have been taught, but the supply is very low of people who know how to, work on the blockchain projects or work on AI projects. So if you, anyhow, using creator courses or, on Udemy or anywhere, if you put in some 20, 50, 100 hours, you can definitely be on the demand side. And once you are on the demand side, you can go on the terms of your work. So how am I able to work 2 hours? Because I am on the demand side in the job market. Very few people know how to digitally market on Facebook ads or Google ads or YouTube ads. So now if one organization is saying, no, we want a full-time person, then there are so many options. Right now, I started having inbound leads. People recognize that अच्छा एक लड़का है, he's doing digital marketing for Neuro School. हमसे मिलवाओ. So I got 2 meeting requests from people कि यार do it for us also.
Nice.
And I don't want to do because but once you start doing it, seeker may think tier 3 city there. I don't think there are 2 or 3 good digital markets. It's not even 2 or 3. But there are businesses that are doing 500 crores per year in Seeker. So you see, there's a huge gap.
Correct. Yeah, the tier 2, 3, 4 cities are way undersupplied with talent, but they do a lot of business which people don't realize. Yeah.
Correct. And the founders here, they are basically, traditional mindset people, and they know how to do the dhanda, and they are 40, 50, 55 in age right now. So they themselves also don't very much know about the tools that are there. So people here don't know how to use pivot tables on Google Sheet. Okay, so it's not just about digital marketing or AI. If you know how to code, and then if you know how to use Google Sheets, effectively, you can create a good impact. You don't have to work hard. You just come into picture, use those tools and make their systems efficient. Once you make the systems efficient, you basically either save cost or make more money. That's very easily recognizable by people who are doing Dhanva. So your value is very easily, you can create value and then you can go in the terms of your work. And you can make equally how much you are making in your job.
Lesser.
That's what I did. Yeah, that's why I did not plan to do, but I mean, it happened.
Wow, that is great. I think that's going to be a huge value add for people. I think people have to realize that there's a lot more opportunity in the world than they think. Because most people think that, job nahi hai, so I won't be able to earn money. And they're always scared to let go of that consistent money, that flow that comes in. And they are always not very willing to invest time in other new skills. And that's definitely a huge problem that you can solve there.
I never aim to make money because if I wanted to, I would be in the job or something else. I'm just working 2-3 hours a day. My aim was to, increase freedom in my life and do what I love, maybe writing or endeavors. But the one courageous step opened so many doors, and now I know so many opportunities that exist in the world. Then you can very easily make money by, working 2-3 hours a day. And that's actually how much people work in 9 to 5. If someone goes and calculates the productivity of those guys, it's somewhere be around 2, 3, 4 hours, not more than that.
Yeah, a lot of time is wasted in lunch and chai and breaks and all that. Yeah, so I think thank you.
So, so I've been a bit lucky. Mama said I had the platforms to perform. I perform, but I had the platforms to perform all the time. But then again, if I look back at it, it's very much, if I had to start from scratch and if I did not have my mama, then now I know things that can be executed very easily. And same journey, same trajectory can be, I can walk on the same thing.
Right.
But the courage part, I got the courage because I had the platforms. So somewhat privilege is there.
Right. But maybe you could make a course on how people can find such opportunities in tier 2 and tier 3.
This is coming in the book.
Yeah.
This is coming in so many people used to text me on LinkedIn that, bro, how were you able to quit the job? I also do not like my job. And there are almost, I guess, 90-95% people who hate their jobs. They just don't know what to do. But then again, as you just mentioned, there are so many options. So there's a huge knowledge gap on what all people can do. So that's what is coming in the book. How to match the supply and demand. And I'm basically building it from first principles. How do you make money, solve problems using skills, and then you create value at how businesses create huge value and all those kind of things. So I'm liking creating explanations. It's teaching me a lot. I did not know what I'm writing earlier, but when I'm forced to write, I'm forced to explain something to someone else, it is enhancing my own knowledge a lot. 3-4x.
Absolutely, yeah. The ones who teach learn the most. Yeah, absolutely. So thanks a lot, Pallav. I think it's been a great conversation. Looking forward to the book as well. So maybe we can do another conversation after the book launches. Maybe a book launch talk we can do.
I thought I would say this to you that once the book comes out, then we should do it. But then I thought we can always learn more.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure when it will come. It might take some time.
So we could pre-launch talk, and then there'll be a post-launch book release talk. Thank you. I'll see you.
But it's fun. Yeah. All right. Thanks a lot for the Thank you. It's my first podcast in my life.
My intent is to start people's podcast journey, especially in publishing. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Bye.